Joe was just talking to Patrick about how tough these games against Ottawa have been over the last few years. How gratifying a win is this?
Yeah, it's huge. Anytime we can get some wins, especially against divisional opponents, it's huge for our team. But I think we're obviously playing really well. Right now, no matter who our opponent is, we got to have the same mentality, and that goes for the rest of the games moving forward. But obviously, great 2 points, especially against a divisional team, and they're always going to be tough games against Ottawa. Kind of built that rivalry a little bit, but glad we can come out of this one with 2 points.
What's your sense of how big your goal was as far as giving you guys a lift on the bench when you got that?
Yeah, obviously 2-1 game. I think things weren't going quite well for us offensively, and thought we struggled a little bit. Just sustaining ozone pressure and keeping the puck in that zone. So. Just thought it was a big moment to score a goal. Obviously got a little excited, but just glad I can contribute and tie that game and give us a chance to win.
Kane, how much confidence is this group playing with right now?
Yeah, I think a lot. I mean, obviously you look at our last game against Winnipeg. We're going in on the road against the best team in the league. We feel like we can win, same thing tonight, down 2-1. No matter who's out there, we feel we have a good chance to tie it up, and that was obviously a huge point, big goal by Joe. And, after you get that point, you're obviously trying to get the next one. So nice to finish it off, keep this thing rolling, and keep the momentum going.
Patrick, how about the confidence on the power play, too?
Sorry, what was that?
The confidence on the power play, too.
Yeah, I think it's been incredible, I think every time we go out there, we feel like we can score, and the production has been, really high right now. So obviously we want to continue that. We know it's not realistic to score 2 every night, but I think it's been a huge reason for success, and got to keep that rolling.
What's turned it around for you guys? That's the question everybody asks, right?
I think I don't know. I think a lot of things. I mean, obviously you got to give credit to Todd, right? Like he's come in and done an incredible job of changing some things, helping us be a little bit more aggressive in our game, and obviously up the confidence in the room too, right? Like that's a huge part of it. Even when you're not playing great, like obviously we had a good first period tonight, but the second period was a little bit of a lull, and we can come in down 2-1 knowing we have a chance to come back and win. So I think the confidence is really high.
Do you see the resilience too? I mean, you give up a late goal tonight. I think it was in Columbus they scored too late the second.
Yeah.
Just keep playing.
Yeah, I mean, I think our penalty kill's gotten a lot better too. We've done a good job. Obviously tonight you give up a couple right at the end of the kill, so tough not to get through those. But no matter what happens in a game, I think, like I said, I think we have the confidence to turn it around and come back.
Patrick, is there more of an attacking mentality? It seemed like early in the season you were getting outshot on a regular basis, but now since Todd took over, it's been pretty even, and you've even been out shooting opponents.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think he's brought in a shot mentality too, right? Look for the shot first and let the plays kind of develop off the first shot. So that's been something we're stressing lately too, is to try to get the puck to the net a little bit more. And it's easy to whether it's taking that shot and creating on the forecheck right after, or sustaining the puck after the initial shot. I think it's definitely been a positive part of our game.
You've been in a lot of big games, obviously, in your career, and a lot of big moments, and often been the guy who's come through in that moment. Is that a situation where you want the puck?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to play in overtime, right? No matter what happens out there, I think you have the chance to get the puck and create with that much ice, and then when it goes 4-on-3, I mean, especially in that situation where we win a face-off, you're looking to try and create right off the draw. So Larks did a great job winning the draw, and just try to get it by the defenseman, and nice to see it going.
Hey Patrick, how would you grade Joe's celly on his
I think it was the second best celly of the night.
I told him mine was
It was
better.
pretty good though. He had a few pumps in there. I'm not sure what the count was. It might have been over under 3.5 pumps. So I think I'm taking the over on that. But it was a good one. It's nice to see that emotion too, right? Like I think it's a hard thing to do to score in this league, and when you score, it's cool and guys get excited.
Is it extra cool scoring the winner on Patrick Kane bobblehead night?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I don't know if it matters too much, but nice to come through on those nights, I guess.
Now that you guys have won 5 in a row, you're one of the hottest teams in NHL. How much confidence does this give you guys as far as your chance to make a push to the playoffs almost with half the season to go now?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's great how we've kind of worked ourselves back in this position, right? I think a month ago, if you told us we'd be in this position, everyone on the team would have taken it. So we've done our job the last 5 games to get ourselves in a good spot, and like you said, have half a season to keep it going.
So are you enjoying this opportunity to show how versatile you can be? I mean, fourth line or first line, and I think you were off balance on that.
Yeah.
goal even.
Yeah, obviously, I just try to contribute any way I can, obviously. I don't let that get into my head a whole lot. Just trying to get out there no matter, who I'm with and no matter the situation, just, trying to do my very best every time I get on the ice and find a way to contribute. Obviously a little bit of different role for me lately, obviously playing with those 2 guys and, I don't think it really matters with, the way I play. I still try to, have the same mindset and, obviously try to make some plays, try to, use my speed and win some battles and, just try to help out any way I can.
Joe, in your goal there, you guys battle in the slot too, that kind of leads to goal. You guys have done a better job kind of winning that area during the last 5-6 games, things like that?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, one thing we've emphasized was getting pucks to the net. Not just from our forwards, but from our Ds. Whether it's a shot from the corner, even that it's probably a low possibility that it's going to go in. We just all know that it's most likely going to be going to the net now, and I think our forwards are reading off of that a little bit more and trying to get into those scoring areas in front of the net, and obviously finding some quiet ice, but sometimes obviously just getting to the net and getting a little bit of puck luck and. You do that a couple times, and at a certain point, it's probably gonna hit your stick, and you'll get a good opportunity. So, just try to have that in the back of my head of getting to the net sometimes, and maybe getting some luck in front of the net.
I think you made that fan's night with the sustained eye contact going through you in that moment.
Yeah, I was just really excited. I knew it was a big goal, and I knew we were down, and obviously feels good, like Kane said. It's hard to score in this league. Maybe not for him, but maybe maybe for someone. Obviously, that doesn't score very often. I got a little excited and thought it was a big goal for the team, and I'm glad we can pull that one out in overtime and get the 2 points.
Todd, can you just update us first of all on Alex?
I can't. He felt something near the end of the first period, came in between periods and met with the training staff, and they felt that it'd be best that he didn't continue on. He'll get some tests done, already working on them after the game, and have more tomorrow, and we'll when we all meet you again on Thursday, we'll probably have a better answer for that question.
During the streak, you've won the games in different ways, a little bit of smash mouth to this one here tonight. What do you like about the way the guys got the 2 points?
Well, leave the Toronto game out from that point on. I didn't think we skated quite as well tonight as we have in some of the other games. And that's going to happen. Maybe you don't have your legs. Maybe the team is hooking, holding. Your opponent's hooking, holding a little bit more. There's more to fight through. So I didn't think we got up the ice in units of 5, but we still found a way to win a game when we were down by 1 heading into the third. There was a little bit of a challenge to the group there. A brand new experience for all of us. What are we going to do when we're down by 1? Down by 5 against Toronto, completely different. But give the guys credit. I thought in the third we skated again a little bit better. Second we didn't. It's been a bit of a trend for us. We'll have to solve that if we can.
You're liking the resilience you see. I mean, you talked about it after Columbus. You gave up 2 late in the second there, and then tonight late in the second.
Yeah, it's if you lack that quality or it doesn't exist, you likely aren't a real good hockey club. If you have it, you have a chance to be one. And from Christmas to this point, I've seen a lot of resiliency in the guys. Even in practice, when it doesn't go well, they're right back after it. Nobody's pouting. They're an open book right now. They're really they want to get after it, and it's showing up in the game.
You shuffled lines around a little bit in the third period.
Yeah, we
Joe Veleno to get rewarded there.
got Joey and Lucas, just a quick change. Sometimes it's not about whether the players are playing well or poor. Sometimes when a coach does that, it just wakes people up. Not those two individuals, everybody also. Things are changing a little bit. We haven't seen that or felt that since game 1 against Toronto, where it was just bingo balls coming out of everything. But this is the first time we've shuffled it around during the game and was just looking for that spark. Again, not from Joe Veleno or Casper, but the group as a whole. And maybe we got it. I don't know.
Just in general, what are you looking for the third guy on that top line to bring to the unit?
Well, there's different elements that are needed different nights. Tonight we were trying to play Dylan's line against Stutzel, so that's a little more speed and pace. And if Tkachuk was there, then maybe you need somebody bigger and more size. Razor and Dylan are probably going to be a pair that play together for a long, long time. I like to keep lines in pairs and then rotate different individuals through. Joey Veleno's provided a tremendous amount of speed. I thought Marcus, when he went up there tonight, he provided speed and tempo and had some scoring chances. But we may play them against another team where the size and the heaviness is needed. That could be Rass or whoever else. So I can't paint that line into a pure box. It could change all the time. They're our best players. They're going to play the most, so they need somebody that will complement them.
What do you appreciate about Patrick Kane being his from
Yeah,
the standpoint of being his coach?
I'm honored to be his coach, to tell you the truth. You watch him all those years and try and solve them all those years. I'm glad I don't have to do that. His poise with the puck is uncanny. How he can slow things down, speed it up. Probably an underrated shot. I never gave him enough credit for a shot like that he scored one. Quietly leads, goes about his business, and everybody kind of follows. So it's nice having him around for sure.
Is there any lingering effect from Simon Edvinsson when he departed and then came back?
No, obviously the hit was, the collision, I guess it wasn't a hit. The collision was a little bit awkward for him. And sometimes you get a stinger or something like that, and you just got to get a little strength back. And he came back and played really well. Actually probably played better after the collision than he did before. So I thought he played a real good period.
What are your thoughts on being back to 500?
Well, I think that's a really good thing. But 500 is just 500, and that gets you nothing really in the league. But to crawl back the way we have is important. But I did tell the players that quit worrying about wins and losses and streaks and playoffs, and just play the game and make mistakes, play well. We'll fix it the next day, and later on we'll look at the standings. So I'm aware we're at 500, but I'm not overly concerned or too excited about it.
When you mentioned the resilience, is that something? Is it just in the players, or how do you encourage that, or get that more out of them?
Well, as a staff, we try and give them something to grab onto each period. We didn't think we forechecked well in the second. We didn't think that we skated well in the second. We thought that we were spread out. The first pair of forecheckers were going, but the third forechecker and the D were too far behind. So we gave them something that maybe they could grab onto and go. And right now they're willing to grasp it and try things. And if they have success, then call it resiliency, and they go with it. But I don't know if you can press it or pound it into them. Sometimes you have it, and sometimes you don't. Right now, it's nice to see that our group does.
Todd, when you started right away, you talked about defensive coverage and working on that first. But is the shot mentality that this team has, is that pretty close to, your thought that the defense was important as well, because it seems like that's really changed things around, that they're getting more shots.
I've always been a real big believer that volume shooting is important. And I know the analytics departments and analysts all over and it will say, well, it's the quality of shot. I think it's the quality of the shot off the rebound that's really important. And we saw Joey Veleno score. Like you break defenses down by taking a shot and then grabbing it and reattacking. You can cycle to death all you want, and often you don't get anything off of it. I just believe in that. Been selling that to the players, and our D are doing a good job of creating opportunity with the shot. And the forwards capitalize on secondary chances or getting teams out of position. And that's where the volume comes in. Okay, good night.
Thank you.